Good morning, good evening, good whatever time you're watching this at. Welcome to yet another Pipedream speed run. We're going to build a workflow that will listen to your Shopify store's orders and then randomly pick orders that qualify for a discount code and email them to the customer. As always, we're going to start with a brand new empty workflow on Pipedream. And like I mentioned before, the trigger for this particular workflow are new orders incoming to your Shopify store. So let's search for the Shopify app on Pipedream. I'm going to select the regular Shopify app, and I'm going to search for order, and we're going to listen to new orders. So click on this, and then I've already set up my Shopify account with a demo account I have laying around. You should just enter in yours. It's a really simple process. So we'll say new Shopify orders as the name of this particular source, and we will create it. Great. Now our workflow is communicating with Shopify, and Shopify lets our workflow know when a new order comes in. There's 11 some orders for us to play with. I'm just going to pick the latest one, and we can see all of the details about that particular order from Shopify. The next step will be to add an action that will generate a random number. We need this to create a filter so that not every single order will receive this special discount code offering. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. This is a speed run. We don't have a pre-built action that will generate a random number, but I created a quick little Node.js step that will. So let's refresh the fields because I defined two props, the minimum and the maximum of what this random number should fall between. Click refresh fields. I have a little typo. Don't mind that. Refresh fields. And we're presented with two fields to populate the minimum and maximum number. So I'm going to add 0 and 100. So now a random number will be generated between 0 and 100 when I click test. We can see the results within the export section, and the return value is 13. So cool, that's working. Next step, we'll use a filter action to make sure that we filter out these random values so that not every single new order is getting a discount code. So I'm going to add a brand new step here. And we have this brand new built-in action called filter, which is really handy for this kind of work. We're going to select the option to continue the workflow on the condition. So we'll exit the workflow if the condition is false, and we'll continue if the condition is true. The value type is going to be a number, and the condition we'll say is less than or equals. The value to evaluate is underneath our brand new node step, and the return value is that random number we generated. So I'll select the path to inject it here. And the number we want to compare against is the upper limit of when we'd like to send out this discount code. So if I wanted to send it out 20% of the time, I would set this value to 20, for example. So any random numbers generated between 20 and 100 are excluded and they don't receive the discount code. So I'm going to set this to 20, and then we can test. This should pass because our selected event is the number 13, and voila, sure enough, condition met for continuing the workflow. So we know that this workflow will accept that number. I'm going to add a brand new step, and now we can send the email to the customer, right? I like using Postmark personally, but we support a lot of different email providers. If you search email here, you could see Twilio's SendGrid, MailChimp, Mailgun, MailerLite, etc. I have a Postmark account, so I'm just going to use the send an email with Postmark to one person. And I already have my account set up here. The from email must be registered. You can't use any email under the sun. You must use one that you registered your account with. I have another demo account laying around, so I'll just say promotions at my demo domain. And the to email will go to the customer of the order, right? So we can search this big blob of data if you want to and try to find it, or you can use this handy search bar and search for email, which will show you just the fields that contain the keyword email. And here we could see the customer object beneath our Shopify order. So I'm just going to select that. This will inject the email into the to address, and then the subject will say, I don't know, something like, congrats, you won. Sounds kind of spammy, I know, but this is just speed run. You can make it up as you go. And we'll add a text body that says, hi, you've won our random raffle or random discount code raffle, something along these lines. And then we can click test and that email will be sent to that customer. So that sums it up. We just learned how to use Shopify in our workflows. And also we learned how to use number generation and the filter action to randomly do some actions instead of doing the same thing every single workflow run. And yes, I know I said I was going to generate discount code. I'm sorry, but speed runs need to be fast. So on a future episode, I will do a discount code generation example. But unfortunately, couldn't fit into this one. Have a great day.